Dyson Sphere Program is a game that allows you to create near unlimited power by engulfing a star for your own personal use. But before we can make something of that size, we must start small. Automation of basic parts is the first step into our journey. The automation of science allows us to quickly access new materials and new methods. Power production is going to be a constant issue in this battle to actually build a Dyson Sphere. The introduction of refined oils allowed us to make a load of new advanced materials. However, in order to make this, it required a lot of spaghetti. Please enjoy. During the process of making these materials, we required a significant amount of power. In order to solve this issue, I made a solar ring that generated more than enough power for this and coming up projects. One of these upcoming projects was to reach a new planet to help feed the spaghetti.
UHF is good. Touchdown confirmed. We're safe on Mars.
After landing, I set up geothermal power and took advantage of the titanium veins, allowing us to start sending materials to and from planets via ships. Venturing out beyond our solar system, we travelled to the nearest star system. This one has access to the time-saving material of fire ice. Fire ice is unique because it directly changes into graphene, rather than the long-winded version that requires many more materials. Now we're sending lots of resources back so we can finally start making the Dyson Sphere itself. We've manually launched our first ever rocket, and this process is then later on automated. I have been playing this game without any guides and just some prior knowledge. As a result, I'm currently 45 hours in. It's more enjoyable to discover the process than just copying a guide for me, even if finding a bottleneck makes me want to pull my hair out. Finally, we can start proper work on the Dyson Sphere. Firstly, we automate the rocket ships that are used to create the nodes. These rockets require a lot of different parts, so expansion of components begins. This allows us to have 3 launch pads at the same time. This gives us 15 rockets being sent every minute, which does sound fast, but we need thousands of rockets to make the Dyson Sphere. As the rocket ships keep getting sent up, we begin connecting all the nodes, and finally connecting all of the nodes together to create one full complete ring. However, this is not a Dyson Sphere. This is a Dyson ring. So we need to fill in every single part before we can consider this finished. After creating the first part of the second layer and connecting it up with the first layer, we start filling the space of the solar sails that are absorbed into the new space. This creates effectively one gigantic solar panel, and the plan here is to fill in the rest. 58 hours in, and we finally get the upgrade for the miner, meaning a significantly better way of simply just collecting large amounts of resources. Get some nice setups as well for making some components that we've been really struggling on. The ring is taking shape now, solar cells being constantly supplied up into the Dyson Sphere. Just the sheer scale of this thing as well is amazing on one of the closer planets. You kind of don't quite realise just how big this thing really is. The resources at home have started to run out, so we have to travel much further away in search of rarer materials. Surrounding a pulsar star, we find one lone planet. This singular planet had both ice fire and optical grating crystals on them, which is important for skipping most of the materials needed to make solar cells. As a result, we can create a single factory that builds just solar cells, and then they can be then shipped back to our home planet in order to be sent into the Dyson Sphere. Now everything is in place for the completion of the sphere. It's now only a matter of time, a lot of time, and after 95 hours, our goal is finally complete. This entire process took a lot of my patience when I spent ages building something I thought worked very well, and only to find that I hadn't considered many factors. But I'm happy that I finally made a whole sphere. and I'm happy that it's over. I'm going to bed.